Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amber Campion, and I'm the creator of Dynamic Release Flow Method, which is a mind-body-soul practice that gracefully unites the postures of yoga with the presence of internal martial arts, along with self-myofascial release using tennis balls to downregulate the nervous system. So today's practice is a brief one, yet it'll be powerful. We'll be seated the whole time, so find yourself cross-legged on the floor. Take your arms, relax your shoulders down your back. Take a moment to simply notice what you're noticing and feel what you're feeling. We always begin there. Notice what you're noticing and feel what you're feeling. We'll begin with the 4-part dynamic release breath. As you inhale, inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth. Grounding in. Again, inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your nose. Third round, inhale through your nose. And exhale with a sigh, really bathing the nervous system. Fourth and final round, inhale through the nose. And then exhale any way that feels most releasing, most freeing to you. Again. Notice what you're noticing, feel what you're feeling. And then as though you're moving through thick salt water, you'll float the arms up overhead, so soft in the joints, shoulders, elbows, fingers. And as you exhale, twist to the right, floating that right arm behind your back and left arm to your right knee. Take an inhale to feel a lengthening of the spine through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper, really feeling the sitting bones settle into the earth. So we're going to begin to open up across the upper back and upper chest with some movement. And then we'll close with a little self-myofascial release in the upper back with the tennis balls. Keep your left hand on your right knee and float your right arm up overhead as you begin to side bend over towards the left. So use that left arm on your right knee as leverage. Breathe deeply, feeling the whole right side of your body from your hip to your fingertips, to your pinky, stretch, stretch, stretching. And then slowly float the right elbow just above the left elbow, crossing at the elbows, and then either grab the hands just any way you can or cross at the wrist and have the palms touch. As you inhale, lift the forearm up, finding a nice extension in the back. And then as you exhale, elbows in towards navel, chin to chest, and just let your head hang here. Feeling the scapula protracting, moving apart from the center of the spine, and really opening up the space in there where the trapezius and the rhomboids are. Slowly start to come upright and winding the arms, floating them out and around on an inhale. Again, soft in the joints, much like you're doing a qigong practice. And then as you exhale, twist to the left, floating that left arm behind you, right hand onto the left knee. Take an inhale, find length in the spine. And as you exhale from the upper back, upper chest, twist a little more. Make sure you're twisting from a place of focus, letting the breath guide you, letting sensation guide you, rather than force. As you feel ready, you'll start to float that left arm up overhead. Keep a hold of that left knee with your right hand and side bend over to the right, feeling the whole left side body lengthening and expanding. And again, use your breath to ease into this and to create space. Bring that left elbow on top of the right, cross at the elbows, cross at the wrist. Take an inhale, lift the forearms up, maybe even have them face the ceiling. And then as you exhale, elbows in towards navel, chin to chest. And again, just let yourself hang here, relax the neck muscles as much as possible. Next inhale, rise up, float the arms slowly, slowly out and around. As the palms touch overhead, knit the rib cage and wiggle the rib cage away from the hips. As you exhale, bend the elbows, touch the back of your heart, acknowledging your shadow side. And then bring it forward to the front of your heart, acknowledging your light. You're going to grab your 2 tennis balls, come onto your back. You'll slide the tennis balls underneath your back. It's going to be just below the neck, and you'll just slide the tennis balls underneath the shoulder so that the tennis balls are in between the scapula and the spine. On either side, the tennis balls will be touching in the upper back. And I'll go ahead and just get up for a moment so you can see the placement of that. So knees are bent, feet on the earth. Go ahead and relax your legs. So make your feet a little bit wider than the hips, knock your knees in towards each other, and then melt the spine towards the earth. Take an inhale, relaxing the body. And as you exhale, settle into this moment. If you'd like to explore sensation, you can begin to float your arms up. Almost imagine like your arms are pieces of seaweed attached to the bottom of the ocean, and they're floating with the tide. So they might reach slowly up overhead, out to the side. There's really no right or wrong here, just letting sensation guide you. You can cross your arms. Sometimes I like to just let my arms kind of stack fists and just rest on my forehead. There's really no right or wrong. You're really allowing for sensation to guide you. If you're not feeling much, maybe the tennis balls are too high, so just slide them down a little bit more. And know that the more that you relax the body, the more the muscles will relax, and the deeper the tennis balls will penetrate into the fascia. This is deep, deep tissue work. So you really only need 45 seconds, a minute to start to feel the effects of this, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. If any sound wants to come out, trust that. Let tension be released through the vibration of sound. And then you're going to move the tennis balls down an inch. You can either just reach over your shoulders and push them down, or one of my favorite ways is to lift my head, lift my hips, and roll my body about an inch closer to the top of the mat. So there's more body weight here, therefore more sensation. So just notice that, move slowly. Be compassionate with yourself, especially if you carry a lot of tension in your upper back area, which most of us do. And also if this is new for you, this is deep, deep work. And again, feel free to use your arms to explore sensation. Sound, any of those exhales we practiced before for release, exhaling out of the mouth, out of the nose with a sigh, or really any way that feels most releasing to you. When you do this practice on your own, you can also do one tennis ball at a time. Sometimes I find that to be more accessible, even though it'll go deeper when you only have one tennis ball, but at least you're focusing on just even more acute area. And sometimes that is more efficient and more accessible. Okay, our third and final spot for today is just another inch down. Again, you can either, if you've got long arms like me, just reach over your shoulders and slide it down one more inch. Or again, you can lift your hips, lift your head, and slide your head about an inch closer to the top of the mat. More or less, the tennis balls are at the tip of the scapulas. Really focus on softening and melting the spine towards the mat. And again, feel free to use your arms in any way to explore sensation. Know that this area can be quite tender because we're also conditioning the back of the lungs here. And if emotions come up, notice that as well. Whenever we're working with our fascia, we're also working with our emotional and mental bodies. There's so much held in our fascia. Slowly reach underneath your back and just remove the tennis balls out from underneath you. Go ahead and extend your legs long and just take a moment here in Shavasana to again notice what you're noticing and feel what you're feeling. Notice the sensation in the upper back, upper chest, maybe even all the way down the arms. Simply really focused on that area, but also notice what is occurring for you mentally and emotionally. What shifts have taken place? What are you present to now? Stay here as long as you like. Again, thank you so much for practicing with me. And I would love for you to head on over to my website to learn more about Dynamic Release Method. I also have a gift over there for you called Radical Presence. And what it is it's a beautiful PDF that's guiding you through 6 beautiful rituals to help you really engage with your true self and generate results that feel truly meaningful in your life. They also lead you to some meditations and some full-length Dynamic Release Method classes. So those are little hidden gems in there. And you can find that over at ambercampion.com. Thank you, and I'll see you again here next week. Mwah.